The fire at SPS Technologies in Abington Township continues to smolder this morning.
Firefighters are hoping the winds will finally die down so they can finally put out the stubborn flames. For roughly 700 people who live and work closest to the plant, township officials have issued a voluntary evacuation order. Schools in Jenkintown and Abington Township are closed again today. CBS News Philadelphia's DiMattei is live outside of Cheltenham High School, where the Red Cross has set up a shelter for impacted residents. Good morning, Ross.
Good morning to you, Jim and Janelle. So far, officials tell us that all of their air and water quality tests at the site of the fire have come back negative. They tell us that the DEP, as well as a hazmat team, will continue to test both of those items. And also the city of Philadelphia is monitoring the air quality at the site as well. And we know that a shelter in place remains for those who live within a 1-mile radius of SPS Technologies. I want to show you the aftermath of that fire that was burning and continues to smolder this morning. Officials say there is substantial damage to the facility in Abington. 68 different fire companies responded to this fire that broke out on Monday night around 9:30. The flames caused several explosions, and firefighters say it actually could have been a lot worse because of the hazardous chemicals that are being stored inside of the 500,000-foot facility. Firefighters were able to keep those chemicals isolated from the flames, though, so that they wouldn't be released into the air. That said, the fire itself did flare up yesterday morning, prompting officials to issue a mandatory evacuation for 5 blocks around the fire site after telling neighbors that they were originally okay to stay.
They evacuated us last night initially because the embers were flying on our house and they had to spray our house down, and they told us to leave then, and then they let us back in at about 1:30 this morning, and now we're at a mandatory evacuation.
Many chose to self-evacuate. Some took up our offer to go to Cheltenham School District and Abington School, using Abington school buses. But at this point, that's been a successful operation.
And as for how this fire started, it's still very early on in this investigation, but at this point, police don't believe that there was any criminal activity involved. We're expecting to learn more during a briefing, which is scheduled for 10 o'clock this morning. You can watch that live streaming on our streaming channel. Jim and Janelle, send it back to you.
Thank you so much, Ross, for that update. And there are many parts to this story, including any potential environmental fallout from the fire. We'll continue to follow all the angles at CBSPhiladelphia.com.